Hey folks, this is Vagrant. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Oblivion and our...
Hail, Sir Knight.
Let's hear it.
Oh, no. The twins are looking at me. Our quest to get aid for Bruma. However, before we do that... Can I steal this? No. Sad. That's good, though. Before we do that, we have a new mission for the Countess of Cyrodiil.
Greetings,
and that is what
investigator.
we're going to do. I'm just very curious what she's got in her chest. Bear pelts and a wolf pelt. That's very weird behaviour to have in your main room. So you're a very intense-looking woman. Anyways, we have an investigation to do. Canvass the castle. To recover the stolen paintings, we should begin by questioning the castle residents. You're a castle resident.
Protect and serve. It's what we do.
Didn't protect the painting, did you?
I was with the Countess all evening. Didn't see a thing.
Okay.
Take care.
What about you?
Go ahead. Good day.
I'm listening.
Where are the other... Oh, you're...
Hello, I'm Laith Waverick, the Chief Herald and Countess Valga's attendant. Welcome to Coral.
I'm very suspicious about you.
My duties rely on watching no more than the throne and attending to visitors. But confidentially, I will say that Orgnolf has been acting a bit unusual. His abuse of drink has gotten worse lately. He has taken to asking for money from others to purchase spirits. A porter's wage does not befit his habits.
I appreciate the information, but I don't like how you talk. It's a very confusing thing for me. Leif Wavwick, the Castle Herald, told me he's observed Orgnolf having a drinking problem and asking for money to fund his new habit. I should question the suspects the Countess recommended. Did she recommend a suspect? I think she just said...
Fare thee well.
Talk to everyone in the castle. But we actually have direction now. Can I go this way? Nope.
Hey.
Hey, oh, hello, Orgnolf, hairy legs.
So, you a living statue, or are you gonna say something?
That's an incredible name. Like, how hairy do your legs have to be to earn the nickname? Maybe his legs aren't hairy at all, though. Maybe it's ironic, you know?
Aye, it was a fine portrait of a fine man. The night of the theft, I was in the Great Hall, having an argument with a delivery boy from Braville. It seems his horse lost its footing in the heavy rain we had that night, and the shipment of port that it was carrying slipped to the ground. Oh, the fall broke most of the bottles. He didn't want to claim responsibility, but I gave him what for and sent him away. After that, I spent the rest of the night in my quarters, reading.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it was his fault, really.
So, the Countess hired you to find the painting, eh? Well, you'll not find it by gawking at me. Back to work for poor
When I asked about the
old
night in question,
Orgnolf.
Orgnolf told me he spent a bit of time arguing with a delivery boy in the Great Hall who had an accident with a wine shipment in the rain. Spent the rest of the night in his room. Okay. Two more people to... Jacques! I'm not allowed in any of these, am I? Oh, I am! Well, I'm sort of... Oh, there we go. I forgot I've got sneaky access to the rest of the castle now.
How can I help you? Greetings.
Hello.
Well met.
Oh.
I don't remember seeing Chanel or Orgnolf that entire evening. But then again, I stayed in my quarters most of the night. There was no point in going on my usual walk with all the rain falling. As far as Chanel and Orgnolf go, they seemed fine to me. I only had a minor scrape with Orgnolf recently. I caught him drinking in the West Tower on the upper level. I told him if he didn't stop, I would tell the Countess. He just grumbled and agreed. He hasn't bothered me since. Take care.
Orrock Goth mentioned he was in the castle the entire night. It had been raining, so that, you know, backs up Orgnolf's story. He didn't see Orgnolf or Chanel. Also mentioned he had caught Orgnolf drinking in the West Tower once. When he threatened to tell the Countess, Orgnolf stopped. Curious. Most
How can I help?
curious. Probably, somehow. Continue to gather informations. Chanel?
Any luck yet?
Not yet, my dear.
Hello. Are you searching for something?
Clues.
The night that the painting was stolen, I was in the courtyard of the castle taking star readings. After a while, I decided to go into the dining area just off the Great Hall. I poured myself some wine and studied the charts I had made until it was time to sleep. From there, I went directly to my chamber and slept the rest of the night.
God, I wish I could sleep. I am so tired. I am absolutely shattered.
The stolen painting was of Count Volga. Whoever painted it could not do the man justice. He was kind and noble, which is difficult to convey on canvas. I'm afraid other than that, I cannot offer much more information.
I don't think it's hard to portray. Just make him patting a dog or something.
Yes, I have heard that the painting of the Count was taken. I was unaware she hired an outsider to conduct the investigation. May luck be with you.
I'm a little suspicious of you,
Until
Chanel.
your return.
When I asked about the night question, she told me she spent some time in the courtyard taking star readings, made her way to the dining area, and then went to sleep. I'm suspicious, of course, because I've had 2 different people verify that it was raining that night.
Welcome
and,
to the Great Hall of Castle
you know, if
Hall.
it's there pouring down with rain, you're not going to be taking any star readings, are you? You know? Very suspicious, Chanel. Very suspicious. I hope it isn't Orgloff or whatever his name is. I just hope it isn't the drunken lout that everyone immediately accuses, you know? Sorry. It's been a
Go ahead.
long few weeks.
Yes.
Hello?
Look at... I'm Bitneld, the Curse Bringer, captain of the Coral Guard. What can I do for you?
I'm not convinced I would hire someone called the Cursebringer to be the captain of my guard.
I'm sorry, I wasn't in that evening. I was making my rounds of Coral. The only odd occurrence lately was with Channel. I have seen her spending a lot of time in the West Tower. When I asked her about it, she said it involved her spell research. I suppose at the time it sounded good enough for me.
Bitnell, the captain of the guard, who'd been on patrol in the streets of Corral that night. In addition, he mentioned seeing Chanel spend a good deal of time in the West Tower. She said he'd been performing magic research.
Be seeing you.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm here to relieve you.
It's about time.
What do you mean? You're both having dinner. When you say I'm here to relieve you in that context, it reads very differently. So I guess the logical thing to do is try to find the West Tower, right? And go check that area out. Guess. Oh, hello. North Tower view, West Tower. And it is the West Tower. That's the North Tower. Let me just check here. Well, if that's the north, and that's the east, then that's the south, and that's the west. Assumedly. Or it's over here, I'm not sure. I'm gonna Doesn't feel like this is where it would be. I'm gonna go check out that arch tower. I mean, it's on the west side, you know? What else is the boys to do? Pretty west side. It's a bit far away, though. Oh, it's miles. Alright. It's not miles. It's there, isn't it? I'll get over there. Wait, how do I get over there? I think this is what you're meant to do, but I think it might work. There's always, where there's a will, there's a way. I do not think this was the way. I had the will, but I didn't have the way. I need to get in here. Maybe up there and then across. There we go. The will and the way have met up. They're now best friends. Okay, let's just have a little poke around here. If nothing else, it might take me over to the other side anyway. Looking for anything suspicious. Got some wine. There's been a lot of wine talk. They're all empty. Slightly creepy ass door. Oh, here we go, here we go. My brain is so big sometimes, it's crazy. I guess I kind of have to check every crate just in case. Nothing if not dedicated. Okay. Oh, I'll go back and check that in a second. I think that's probably the way to go. This is just back where we were before, isn't it? Yeah, okay. This is probably how you were actually meant to get to the West Tower, for what it's worth. But whatever, we found another way. Alright, let's go down here. Have they painted over the painting? That's what it feels like. I found an interesting painting in a concealed area of the West Tower. Seems someone in the castle is a painter. I should look for more clues. So many crates. Why are you insisting on making me check every single crate? But what if there's a clue in one of them? I just don't know. I don't know the answer. There's only one way to know the answer. There's cheap wine, there's a pewter cup. I'm not seeing anything else. Okay. Oh. I've hit a bit of a snag. Oh, wait. Hello. Footprints. Are they footprints? Am I crazy? They look like footprints. But they looked like footprints. I don't think they're meant to be footprints. I am crazy. I mean, there's some... let me just go in here. Not totally sure what else to do. Hi, I'm just gonna look around your room if you don't mind. I mean, yep, yeah, there we go. Chanel seems to have painting supplies concealed in a lectern. The fact they've concealed seems suspicious. I should search for more clues. Okay. Don't mind me, Chanel. I know it's Chanel, but I'm gonna be Chanel. Nothing to see here. Where's she gone? There she is. Okay, it's not that suspicious. Nothing to see here. Okay. Check the paintings on the wall. Oh, that's a little suspicious. It's a little suspicious. I don't know why that sticks out to me so much, but are you still behind there? Oh, she's gone. Oh, where has she gone? What time is it? It's 10 AM. I guess that's a reasonable time to go do things with your day. I suppose. I can go check the South Tower as well.
Yes.
Ah. I'm gonna check the other rooms. Oh, she's there. Should I follow her? Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. She'll never see this coming. Where's she going?
How can I help you?
Do you want a hand? There you go. No, she just went to sit and eat in somebody else's bedroom. Is that okay? I don't think that's okay. That's not normal behavior. Is this enough? Is this enough? Can I just be like, Jacques? Chanel, wake up. I found painting supplies in your lectern. That means you must be the criminal. I've
Hello
decided.
again. I hope your search for the painting goes well.
I'm pretty sure. Akuz.
Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
Yes.
How dare you accuse me?
Oh,
Until your return.
she doesn't like that. I don't understand. Yeah, sure. Let's go back to pre-accusation. The game clearly, like, I'm pretty sure she did it, if I'm honest. But the game clearly wants me to find more physical evidence, even though I think I've got, like, the smoking gun, as it were. There must be a mention of something somewhere that I should go to. Great Hall. West. Okay, so the Great Hall we can go back and have a look, but I don't see what evidence we'd find there. The West Tower we've checked. We could go check out the dining area. That was a rather suspicious
Ale,
mention,
sir.
actually. Okay, let's go check out
Ale,
the dining
sir.
area. Oh, mate, calm down. That was a rather weird... Because she was describing what she did. So I was in the courtyard taking readings. Then I went to the dining hall. But there was no mention of what she did in the dining hall. It was just, I went to the dining hall. I found that quite weird at the time. But we're here in the Great Hall, so we'll have a little look around as well. Jacuz! There's no one to Jacuz.
Hello, milady.
Hello, my lady. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Is it ragtime? I don't know. Good time gal? Gads. I found paint stains and a paint footprint. Have I found enough information? Oh, I guess because she was... Oh, okay. She's not been very careful, has she? I mean, it seems a bit silly.
lady.
Like, why does finding that make a difference? If I already have... Like, clearly you're meant to find that before you find the stuff in her lectern, right? That's the intended order, as it were.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
my methods may be strange, but god damn it, I get results. She's in here, right? Jacuz!
Hello again. Are you accusing me of taking the painting?
I am.
Very well. I confess to the crime. But please understand, I only did it out of the great love I had in my heart for Count Volga.
Cool motive.
It was I
still
that
theft.
painted that portrait. When the Count was lost, the Countess spent so much time with it that I became jealous.
Envious.
I had to have the painting back, so I decided to steal it, then hide it behind the painting in my quarters. I'm ashamed of my crime, but ready to face what fate has in store for me. I am ashamed that I took the painting, but my love for the Count was greater than you could imagine. I am undone.
She just goes back to bed. Like, that's going to be a totally normal thing she's allowed to do now.
Look at the muscles on you.
I know, I'm hench AF. I'm not really. I have started training again, finally, but I can manage, like, a couple days a week doing baby training at the moment. I'm just being very, very careful with it. This year has been a disaster for me training-wise, honestly. It's been so bad. I had, like, big goals I remember my goals at the end of last year. I was like, right, I was on, like, I finished the year on, like, 97.5 kilograms on my bench press. I was like, right, cool, we're going to hit 100 kilos. Maybe I can go for 120 or something in 2025. And I probably couldn't even do 97.5 right now. I've been injured all goddamn year. I got one big injury that took ages, and then I got another big injury, which is only just now healing.
You're a
Oh, you have returned from your investigation, and I'm eager to hear the results.
So I'm
Whom
not
did you accuse?
a hench. I accuse Chanel.
I'm shocked to hear of Chanel's crime, as she has always been such a nice member of our court. But I see that your evidence is without question. She shall be banished from Castle Coral and stripped of her duties. However, I am not without pity, and therefore she shall not be jailed. But she is never to set foot in Coral again. Congratulations on a job well done. As a reward, please accept this bounty of gold and gems. You've earned it. Farewell.
See you later.
Hello.
Andel Indaris is an intemperate, bibulous philanderer.
Bibulous. Do I know the word bibulous? I don't think I know the word bibulous. Let's find out what bibulous means, shall we? Bibulous can be our word of the day. Bibulous. The adjective bibulous has two main meanings. It can describe something highly absorbent. I suspect that's not it. Or it's someone who is fond of an
You're a
alcoholic drink.
sneaky-looking sort.
Maybe he is absorbent. Maybe he's a sponge of a man. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I don't know for sure, but maybe you could say someone is bibulous if they like a drink, because or maybe they absorb information, or maybe they're a bit of a sponge. You know, if you call someone a bit of a sponge, a bit of a moocher, they kind of, take your money, as it were. So, I guess. I suspect he's an alcoholic, but whatever. Hello! Hi. Just give me something to break. Oh my god, this is not well organized. Like, why does this take so long? My hammer can't break. I have no skills to gain. There's no benefit to this. Just let it finish automatically, for the love of God. It's trying to give me bloody carpal tunnel syndrome. That's the only angle. It's kind of a wild one. Right. Well, okay. I suspect they don't want me getting through here, so I'm just gonna... Just gonna put that to bed right away. I mean, I've got to assume that's the main tower, so we just need to find a way across, right? Let's have a look. I just want nice, simple ones, and they keep throwing these horrible ones at me. Come on, Corpse Smasher. Me and you, buddy. Corpse Smasher, greatest hero of them all. Bye, Corpse Smasher. I'll miss you. Oh, this reminds me of Walking Dead. Okay, that's probably a good door. I'm just gonna have a little poke upstairs in case there's a gate unlock or something. It might be that we have to go through all these little towers. Although I'm not seeing anything in this one. No, okay. Let's head through this door over here. Should be the bridge over to the big boy tower, so. Yeah, it's positive. Natural disaster. And the ones around the side are called earthquake and typhoon and stuff like that. I think we may have done this one very quickly. I don't want to say that for sure because I'm a little apprehensive that something terrible is going to happen, but if I can find a way up from here... it's not looking positive though. Oh, hello. There we go. Just needed a little bit of verticality. Bulger. Ow, 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 ow. Actually gonna die. Actually going to die. Portals of natural disaster. I love natural disasters. Not, like, I do and I don't. Because, I mean, they cause problems. You know, bad things happen. Natural disasters, right? People die. It's very sad. Undeniably. But, like, it's the same way that you can like horror films about slasher villains and stuff like that, you know, which personally I'm not a big fan of slasher horror, generally speaking. But the point is, I don't approve of people killing other people, but it doesn't mean I don't like watching films about it. It's a slightly weird detachment, I suppose, in a way. Like, I don't judge people, but I I think people get a little bit too into like their murder documentaries on Netflix and stuff like that. But is it that different if you like a slasher film or you like a film about animals eating people? And that's something that, okay, maybe it's not based on a real person, so it's not quite the same. But I mean, sometimes they are. Sometimes it's a true story. Society of the Snow, really good film. But it was all real people who died and their lives got made into entertainment. Is that okay, really? I don't know. I don't know. Lovely. Nice quick one. The ability to jump through a little gap in a door has changed my life entirely. I don't know if they did it on purpose. I don't know if they're like, yeah, this is your reward for leveling your skills up and stuff, or if they never really intended people to be able to skip massive chunks of the dungeon, but it is what it is. I'm not going to complain. Everyone bites the dust. Dun, dun, dun. No one bites the dust.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Who are you? You say you're listening, but you won't talk to me, so I'm not sure that's true. Let's go talk to her again. We're really doing a lot for this woman.
Walk with virtue, friend.
You too, Nardil. You too.
Time now.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. What's this called again? The Grey Mare. That's a classic. We used to go to the Unicorn. That's our local. The rest of the pubs in where I was growing up didn't really have a pubby sort of name. You know, you had Roper Hall. You had the Ship. I guess the Ship. But the Ship changed its name to Ships and Giggles, and I never went again because I'm not gonna. That's horrible.
Welcome. It is quite nice to see you again. I hope you are faring well.
Does I spell faring in that context?
Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my city a great service by closing the Oblivion Gate. I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in the defense of Bruma. Consider it done. Farewell.
I feel like you should have done that anyway, because I got you your painting back, and surely that's, like, more important. Men, go! Defend Bruma! Give your lives! Why? Well, I got my painting back, it's fine. Don't worry about it anymore. Right, let's head... I mean, is there one... I find this confusing. I'm going to leave the Imperial City one to the end. Let's go to Shenhall. It's a bit of a tedious part of the game, this. I can see why they've done it. It's like, well, we've got the Oblivion Gate mechanic. Let's, let's put it to good use, basically. It does make sense thematically with what's going on. You know, the Oblivion Gate's opening up all around the world. It's a big invade. They want to kind of make it feel more like an invasion. But it doesn't really. Because, there's no dangerous storming the gates or anything. Like, you get to the gate, there's like a single Daedroth there. Slowly wilting away. I like this one. This is my favourite Great Hall, I think. Just the addition of a plant. A plant goes a long way.
I don't have time to chat right now. With that Oblivion Gate looming outside the city walls, we're bracing for an attack. Perhaps we can speak later.
Very panicked. Do you want some help?
Not long ago, one of those foul gates manifested itself just outside the west gates of our city. Nothing's come out of it yet, but we fear the worst. My son, Farwill, has taken some knights and entered the gate bravely in hopes of meeting the enemy head-on. If you want to help, and we can use all the help we can get, head over to the gate and lend a hand to the guards.
Your son is dead. Your son is dead. Oh, wait. I'm confused.
Please, although I'm concerned about the safe return of my son and the closing of the gate, please see Aminus Gregory for all of the details. With a possible attack looming,
Oh. Alright, I mean, this is, seemingly another quest. But I don't have the update for this one. Alright. I mean, they're mixing things up at least. All the gates are different. You know, they've all got different locations. They've all got different styles and layouts and stuff like that. This one's got a little separate quest attached to it with the Count's son and stuff, which is cool. They're mixing it up a little bit. The big one's outside Bruma. Just you wait. Allons-y. Arr. What episode are we on, by the way? 80-something. I don't know. Someone asked me the other day how long this playthrough is going to be, and I don't really have an answer. I think we might scrape the 100 mark, but I don't think we'd be... I can't imagine there's actually that much main campaign left. I would suspect we would get close to it, but maybe... we'll see. I've come up on Oblivion Gate dominating the landscape outside the walls of Shenhall. A few Shenhall guards seem to be patrolling. I should approach one to see if I can render any assistance. Hello, I am rendered...
I'd advise you to keep your distance from that accursed portal.
Oh.
Haven't you heard about these gates to Oblivion opening up all over Tamriel?
No, tell me about it.
Well, then you know what they're capable of producing. Although nothing has come through ever since Farwell entered.
Oh no, Farwell.
About 2 days ago, Count Indaris' son, Farwell, entered the Oblivion Gate with 6 other men. We haven't heard from them since then. The Count fears the worst, and has posted guards here so we can watch and see if anyone comes back out. And so far, nothing. At this point, Count Indaris is offering a reward for the recovery of his son from inside the gate, or confirmed news of his demise. If you find him, or the rest of the Knights of the Thorn, get them out of there. I'm sure the Count would also be pleased if the gate was closed.
You don't know that.
2 days, and nary a word. I fear the worst.
Me too, buddy, but I don't remember what happened, so let's go find out. Maybe it's fine. Maybe everything's okay. I've stepped through the Oblivion Gate outside Shenhall and now find myself in the dreaded plane of Oblivion itself. My only chance to destroy the gate and return home would be the Sigil Stone. What is going on? Why are they positing this one? Oh, hi. You Farwell? No, okay. Well, that's something. Why are they making this one out to be such a big deal? Like... Is the implication that this would be one of the first ones you would do? It seems like they're suggesting this would be one of the first ones I ever did, you know? Like, it's telling me how to get out, it's telling me, oh wow, we're in Oblivion, it's such a big deal, woo! Okay. Oh, I see a lot of corpses. I've located Farwell, the other survivor of the group. They look wounded and shaken. Oh. Where? Have I? Oh, hi guys. I mean, I guess you meant to go through the doors.
It's about time someone got here. What took you so long?
I will break your face.
I set out with the rest of the knights to dispatch this blemish on the face of our fine world. When we arrived, we were overwhelmed. I myself was able to kill perhaps 200 of them, but they just kept coming. Only Bremen and I remain alive. However, with you here now, we can take the Sigil Stone from that citadel and complete our quest for the good of all Shadenhall. Huzzah!
Let's get you out of here. I'm not surprised the guy on the right survived. Look at him. He's the Chad meme come to life.
Are you mad? A Knight of the Thorn never returns home until the mission is done. It's our way. Now, in my father's name as Count Indaris of Shadenhall, I order you to lead me to that Sigil Stone. I suggest we use the Raymond Sweep formation. You'll assault and we'll guard the rear flank. Onward and upward, huzzah! The path is yours. Lead on.
Bizarre, I guess. And now I actually have to engage with the content. That's very irritating to me. I didn't agree to this.
That's twice you hit me.
Well, get out the goddamn way then! Right, well I can't do anything about that anymore, so... Oh no, he hit me with a spell. Sure, that did damage. I just wouldn't notice. I definitely feel stronger. I can take an arrow damage here, and it's not really doing it. Oh no, I missed. Here, quick. I don't think I made it in time, did I? You're a toughie, aren't you? Bloody hell. Oh. Hello? Down I go. Well, I mean, am I just gonna... I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm on my way. These two idiots are just gonna get stuck here trying to kill this guy if I don't do something. I don't know where he's like... For God's sake. Ah, yeah. That was good stuff right there. I am nearly out of charge already, though. I'm gonna stop looting. What am I possibly gonna loot at this point? Gear-wise, I can't really upgrade anymore. I don't need cash for anything. What?
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm.
You right, boys? At least we're in the main building already. Just gotta get these lads to the top and we'll be okay.
I'm on your side!
What? Stop! Like, he talks about his bloody ramen formation or whatever the heck he's on about. And then he just runs in front of me anyway. Like, am I not meant to be leading the charge here? Why do you keep running in front of my bloody blade?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Ramen. Okay, I'm hoping he forgave me. I can't tell. You know what? They'll be fine. Ramen! Ramen!
You're pathetic!
Ramen, you idiot. On your side, why are you so stupid? Why does your brain not work? I appreciate the hits though, for my blade and my armor. He's a tough guy actually. I told you he's a chat. I'm sorry, Bremen. I'm sorry. It didn't have to go down like this. Just look at the flowers, Bremen. Just look at the flowers. Sure.
By the gods, how could you do such a thing?
Oh, shut up. Come on. He says that, and then he keeps. He's just walked around the corner to see me brutally murder his friend. He's still following me though. That's good fire damage here. Oh. Okay. I just don't care, man. God, you're a monster, you. Jesus Christ, the man's a tank. He's taking literally no damage. I might need to. I have to get my back up. They just won't get out of the way, man. Like, I would have liked to keep him alive. I really would. That would have been the plan, but I'm not going to redo it for the sake of him when it's his fault he died. Now I can attack with impunity and actually kill this guy. The power of enchantment. Why are you such a monster? Oh, maybe he just constantly 50% Aegis. That'll be why. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Well, at least I can invisible way through now. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Farwill is dust. I'm not allowed to rhyme dust with dust. Nothing rhymes with dust. Nothing rhymes with dust. Must, lust, crust, just. Okay, lots of things rhyme with dust. Nothing rhymes with dust that would make sense for Farwill's death, though. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Now Farwill is just a pie crust. There you go. Wait, I can justify it. I can find right, because ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The Daedra put Farwill in their pie crust. We're getting that. They made a pie out of him. We're doing a chicken run kind of situation where instead of chickens, it's Farwill. And instead of those two weird, terrifying pie people, it's Daedra. And they made a pie out of him because that's just a normal thing to do in Daedra culture. And you can't say you're not allowed to do that because it's their culture. Which is quite a tricky subject. Because there are... Okay, let's say... We can talk about this. For example, in... Right, we had the World Cup in Qatar, right? And... Actually, I guess I should take ones that I care about. I'll take 45 matches again. We had the World Cup in Qatar. And obviously, in Qatar, there's a few problems, including the treatment of women, for example, or the treatment of homosexuality. You know, it's subjugated and illegal, and if you went as a gay man to Qatar, you kissed your partner in public, then you could potentially end up, you know, jailed, essentially. I'll talk more about this in a second.
You've done it. But what of Farwill?
He's dead, bro.
Then it's a sad day in Cheydinhall. The knights were boastful louts, but they didn't deserve to be killed. I'll stay here and do a final sweep of the area. You're to report to the Count directly, as he wishes to speak with you. Count Idris is waiting.
Think they can order me around a little bit too much for my liking. I'm really so incredibly resistant to this concept, and it's throwing me off my game a little bit. So yeah, so it's the thing. And for example, even just on a lower level, there's a whole thing about how you can't drink in Qatar, right? In public at the very least. And that's a big part of football. Like, that might sound daft, but a big part of football, people go and they have a drink at the match and people get drunk and have a party, and it's just part of the sort of reveling atmosphere. And there's this big thing, and you know, a lot of sponsors are alcoholic and stuff like this, and there's a big thing about how they were gonna sort of have zones for it, and they were gonna let you drink in the stadium and stuff like that to kind of accommodate the wider world. And then they backtracked from that about 2 weeks before the World Cup was due to start. They said for months and months and months, yes, we're gonna allow this, we're gonna allow this, we're gonna allow this, and then when everyone got their tickets and everyone signed up, like, nah, can't bother. But really, the other problems are much bigger. It's just another thing that came to mind.
I'm pleased to finally meet the savior of Cheydinhall. And although the death of Farwill saddens me, I know you did the best you could. I realize he was trying at times, and he spoke before he thought, but he was still my son, and I adored him greatly. I'm sure he was difficult to travel with, and I respect your patience. Whereas others would have left him to die, I'm sure you fought at his side. Your actions are duly noted, and your reward will be in gold.
I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't seem particularly broken up about it, it must be said.
I thank you for your sympathy. You're truly a noble individual. Were you able to retrieve anything from him before Oblivion took him?
Indeed, my lord. Please take his ring.
Thank you. You are truly worthy of all the praise being given to you. I salute you. I'll keep the ring as a reminder of... On second thought, you keep it. You were the last to travel with him, and I feel you deserve it as a memento of your achievement. I won't take no for an answer. I want you to keep it. I thank you on behalf of all the citizens of Cheydinhall. May RK guide you.
You're a weird guy, Indaris.
I will not forget your service to Cheydinhall. Closing the Oblivion Gate outside the city was a daring feat. I do not blame you for my son's death. He brought that upon himself, as hard as it is for a father to admit. Since the immediate threat to Cheydinhall is now eliminated, I will grant your request and send reinforcements to Bruma. Be seeing you.
Oh, 2 more down.
Well,
So, but it's part of the culture. You know, it just is. It's just part of the culture that homosexuality is a sin. And it's obviously derived from religion and stuff like that. But let's just accept on a basic level that it's part of the general culture, and that's how not everybody thinks. I'm sure there are progressives who think differently, but that is how the majority of people think. Now, obviously, to most of us, that's an abhorrent stance, right? You think, well, like, you know, discriminating against someone because of skin color or sexuality or, you know, sex in general or height or lip size or tendency to eat pickles is a negative, right? That's not a good thing. That's not something we want to promote. It's not something we want the world to be like, right? I think we can hopefully all say that relatively safely. It is ridiculous that in 2025 there are still nations where homosexuality is outlawed. Ridiculous to me, but that's not the point I'm making. The point is, though, it's an inherent part of their culture at this point in time, and we can all be like, yeah, okay, we're progressive, we want this to change, yada yada yada. But to what extent is it on us to tell other people their culture is essentially wrong? Now, our culture, that culture or that aspect of the culture is based on discrimination, and that sounds inherently like a negative. But I would suggest that every culture on the planet has some form of discrimination baked into it.
How can I help you?
I mean, to alternate take it on it.
Escape the master's vigilance.
What the hell's going on?
Stay away!
Am I
The time of
supposed to be
cleansing is
impressed?
up.
Oh, is it Mythic Dawn?
You have the hands
Anytime now.
of a...
Hans Blacknail. Oh, he's like an agent. He's got Breville Castle key. That was cool.
Regulus Terentius, Count Breville. I'm really rather busy, and I doubt that you have anything to say that I need to hear.
Bit of a dick, aren't you? Gotta buy a house.
Really? It just so happens there's a modest shack overlooking the canal. It's not much to look at, but the smell will soon make you forget how ugly it is.
I'll take it.
Very well. I'll have my steward register the deed of ownership. Here is your key. It's a squalid little shack, I'm sorry to say. Oh, and the place is fairly bare. If I were you, I'd head on over to Nilowin at the Fair Deal and get some furnishings. Or you could always eat off the floor. Doesn't matter to me.
I think I'll eat off the floor.
I wish I could help. I understand the need to help defend the heir to the throne. It is a duty we all share. But with an Oblivion Gate threatening Breville, I need all my soldiers here.
Sure sounds like I had a lot you wanted to talk about, Terentius. I'm just saying. Anyways, so to what extent is it on us, or is it our right as a progressive inverted commas nation? I mean, it's harder and harder to say these days that any other nation is progressive given the rise in right-wing fascism over the last 10 or so years. But to what extent can we say, well, this is wrong, this is backwards, this is not how it should be, to someone else's culture? And yeah, okay, that culture is based on discrimination, but again, like, I'm sure some people look at the way we butcher animals or various things like that and think, well, this is wrong, right? This is morally incorrect. You need to adapt to our culture and change how you do this. It's just interesting. Morality is not... Like, we always think of our morality as the right one, right? This is how we see the world. This is how the world should be. You should be good to people. You shouldn't discriminate against people, yada, yada, yada. And it's really hard to say, like, that isn't correct because, well, surely that's the right way to live because it doesn't discriminate against people and that seems like a positive. And surely is a positive. Who's a... Oh, no. I don't know, I think it's more complicated than that. There has to be a balance between, hey, we should, not have homosexuality be outlawed, and everyone should be able to love who they want to love, and everyone should be able to be who they want to be, and all of that, which is, in my opinion, how every nation on the planet should be, of course. Between, like, going up to other people and other nations and being like, hey, change how you do things. Because I disagree with how you do things. I think it has to be... I'm all for, like... You know, I talk a little bit about... People get annoyed about, like, rioting and stuff like that. In my opinion on the riots... in the wake of, you know, for example, the Rodney King riots, or when the guy, I cannot remember his name, I feel bad, the guy who was killed by the police in America, getting his neck, you know, he's choked and had his neck stood on. Floyd something. And there were riots afterwards because people are tired of being treated like that, right? People are tired of being killed for their skin color and social economic status and all this kind of jazz, right? Inherently, that feels like a fairly normal thing to be slightly pissed off about. But inevitably, when there's riots in this kind of situation, there are people, and I know some of these people, I've talked to these people, who will say things, yeah, okay, I can see why they're upset, but, you know, violence isn't the answer, or how's rioting going to help, yada, 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 right? Inevitably, every single time there's rioting in the wake of some discriminatory act, just go online and you'll see countless people saying, yeah, but rioting isn't the answer, or violence isn't the answer, etc., etc. The problem is, if you have been doing peaceful protest for decades, generations and generations and generations of subjugation, and it hasn't changed the goddamn thing, then how is violence not the answer? And at the end of the day, like, we can look in history and see all these protests and coups and tyrannical governments being overthrown, and it's never soft protest, it's never soft change. That's the kind of change that happens all at once. Look at what's happening in Nepal right now, where people are tired of the corruption, etc. You think if we'd done like letter writing campaigns and stuff like that, anything would have changed? Of course not. The reason it's going to change in Nepal is that people are taking to the streets and they're rioting and they're forcing change to happen. And it might be messy and painful and definitely sucks for a lot of people involved, but sometimes that is what is necessary to actually incite change and long-term change for the better. Now, we can get into much more beyond that. There's a problem with revolution in general, in my opinion, revolution, I should say, in that absolute power corrupts absolutely, and a lot of the times, you know, somebody will have their own little revolution and then put new people into power, and rather inevitably those people end up as bad as the people they got rid of, because that's just the nature of being in power. Everyone thinks, oh, this time it'll be different, and it's very rarely actually different. We see this all the time in the Middle East as well. We see this everywhere, really. Let's go talk to the count. I think that's what we do. We've done 3 gates today. 3 gates and that investigation quest. That's pretty efficient work. But my point is, it's a change that had to happen, absolutely, and I think it's true for most things. But in the case of, like, this stuff, you want to call it a culture war, whatever, I don't want to call it a culture war. In the case of changing the culture of a foreign nation, if you want to change it for what you believe is the better, if you think you've got the right, like, it feels inherently a little bit arrogant in a way, but we shouldn't discriminate against people, so surely that has to change, because people are being mistreated based on things outside of their control, right? People are being mistreated because of the color of the skin, because of their sexuality, etc., etc. And surely that's wrong, right? Like, inherently, morally, we believe that to be wrong. But I don't think that's something that changes very easily. I think that's something that changes very, very slowly. There's a saying, what is it, that change happens slowly and then all at once. Like, it might feel like some things happen overnight, you know, like, let's say there's a landmark case in, let's say when gay marriage gets legalized, it feels like, oh, that's a momentous occasion, right? Gay marriage has been legalized, that's obviously fantastic, blah, 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 and it's a big, sudden, sweeping change all in one day. But it didn't really happen in one day. It happened very gradually over time, with campaigns and with protesting and with, you know, normalization and globalization, etc., etc. And then, so it's very slow, gradual change, and then it happens all at once. And it's probably going to be the same for that kind of thing. But when it comes to other things, sometimes it requires a little bit more impetus, I guess. Has anything I've said made sense? I don't know why I'm talking. I don't know how connected any of those sentences really were. I'm
You're
just
a
the
sneaky
train of
looking
thought
sort.
is. The train of thought has left the station. You know.
It was you that closed that Oblivion Gate, wasn't it? That was a brave thing to do.
Gotta say, it was a very easy Oblivion Gate.
Thank you for closing the Oblivion Gate that was threatening Breville. I will send my guard captain, Viera Laris, to Bruma's aid.
Could I get
Take care.
more than one man, maybe? Okay, you sent me the guard captain, that's great. How about some guards as well? Right. We've got Leowyn, Kvatch, and something in the Imperial City. I don't know if there is one outside the Imperial City we need to close. Either way, only 3 more gates left. I'm doing it again. Only 3 more gates left on the map, so we should get that done in the next video. Now, we're going to do that, but then we're going to go do the other quest as well, where we need to get the blood of Tiberius Septim. So we'll get all that started in the next video. Also, I want to go check out the 2 new houses we bought as well at some point. Until then, thank you very much for joining me. Oh, wait, I should mention, those who've made it all the way to the end, so there's like the 2 of you, I'm talking to you right now. Expedition 33 will end this week, so there will be some new playthroughs and such beginning very, very soon. Thanks for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye.